This is Tyree, the super entrepreneur, coming to you with the Kalatu blogging platform theme settings.
The first place you're going to want to start is theme settings. Now there's two ways to get there. You can click this customized link on any one of the themes and it'll take you there, or you can simply click on theme settings, which is in your navigation menu here on the left. Now these are going to be slightly different for every single blog. You're going to have some that are on every blog, which are going to be all these ones here on the bottom, but up in the general area, you're going to notice up on the top that depending on the theme, you're going to have some different things to do. So let's start from the bottom and work our way up, and then I'll show you how it looks on a bunch of the different blogs. But first of all, one thing that I want to tell you about how theme settings work is that you can actually preview your changes, and then when you're done, you can actually save and publish them. So you kind of have this preview window on the right, and you have these options on the left. The second thing I want to show you is that in order to actually preview something, you need to click over here and get to that section. So for example, your social card settings. This is something that you're able to preview, but this goes on your navigation bar. So one of the things you could do is you can click on your article over here in the window on the right, and what it will actually do is it will actually pull up, and I'll do that right now. I'll go ahead and do that for you. It'll actually pull up an article and it'll put you in that screen, but remember, you're still just previewing it. So now what I want to do is I want to go right here to my social card. I want to see it. Now when I make changes over here on the left, I can actually see those changes on the right. So I don't need to change all these. I'll just change one thing for you to show you. See this line of text here? View my latest social media posts by clicking the links. If I wanted to choose those, I could say, view my latest social media posts below. Something like that. Okay, we'll just put it like in lowercase. And so what it'll do is it'll take a second. It usually has a lag of up to 10 seconds, but then it'll change this right here on the window, live and dynamic for me. So it really takes about 10 seconds, and there it is. So I don't know how many seconds that was, maybe 5, 6 seconds, but now you can see it dynamically changed right there in front of me. So some things take a little bit longer depending on your internet connection, but now I can see it. Notice up here, save and publish is now active. Because I've made a change, that change will not go live until I hit save and publish. So I can go in here and I can start designing my blog, all these sections, and kind of getting it the way that I like it. And then as soon as I'm ready, I can hit save and publish. This is a great resource for you to be able to do. So again, let's say that I just wanted to make that one change. It would just be as easy as save and publish, and now that one change is ready. So if I were to go to my blog live, my actual real blog right there, go to that blog live, I'll be able to go in here and see, sure enough, that change is already saved just like that. So that's how simple it is, and you can go through all these. So you can choose borders, you could choose background colors, you could choose anything that you want really to go in. You can insert all your own colors, you can really rotate, you can go through and choose anything. There's so many things that you're going to be able to do over here to be able to choose how it looks and be able to choose. And you notice about 5 or 6 seconds later, that border showed up right there, so I can start to see what it looks like. And again, don't worry, the delay is there, but it will happen. And I can choose the background of this, I can choose the color, I can choose the text, I can choose which items that it's going to show and everything. So that's social card settings. As soon as you're done setting something, you can go ahead and close it. Now before I close it, I do want to tell you, you can also enable and disable tools like this. So let's say I don't want to show this at all. Let's say my blog is all about business and I don't want my personal Facebook stuff on there. I would just uncheck that box, and then that doesn't have to be on there. So again, I'm going to go through each one of these. Banner ad settings is the next one I'll look at, and this banner is right here. So I'm going to be looking at this banner when I'm editing. I can go right side banner, the right side banner, and there it is. So I can simply click on that, and I can select a new file, and I can upload any banner that I want, and I can have it go to any link that I want. It's really that simple. Or I can disable it. Disabling it is really that simple, and there's no more banner there. So again, full control, full customization over anything that you want. The defaults are simply put in there so you have something on your blog to start, but feel free to change them. Once you're done, you close it. The next one is author box settings. And so this will change my author box. For that one, I want to scroll down to the bottom of the article, and here is my author box. And so you'll notice that I can edit mine or I can edit my wife's. I can go in and I can edit both. When I post an article, I can choose who is the author of that article. So I can put in my name right here. That's going to go right there. I can put in this bio. That's going to go right there. I can put in my profile picture. That's going to have a nice circle put around it. I can put in all of this stuff. The Facebook username, the Twitter username, LinkedIn, and YouTube are auto-populated for you when you connect, but I can go in here and I can change those. Now, check this out, call to action text. At the bottom here, I can put another sentence. When you get a minute, check out my blog, and I can put the name of the link, and I can put where the link's going to go, to that address. So it's that simple. I can put in a call to action. And then the last thing here is cursive font. I can change this font to anything I want, to anything. There's all these different fonts, and again, allow about 10 seconds for it to go. While you're doing this, you can make other changes, but you'll notice it changed up here to that different font. So I can go through each one of these, and I can see which font that I might want for my signature name right there if I want, and I can go through all the different ones that they have. Okay, it's really that simple. I can go in and I can make all of those changes and preview them live and see how it looks. So as soon as I'm done editing my author settings, I go ahead and close it. Now, next, let's go to Social Pop settings. Now, Social Pop are these buttons here, different social media icons on the bottom, and I have them on the top. So the first thing you'll notice is that you can show these icons above your post, below your post, or both above and below, or not at all. You have the option for any one of those. Either use them or don't. And this is simply a way for people to share your posts on social media. So you have full control over this text here, which goes there. So you can change this and it'll change there. You can use any different type of set too. We have tons of different types, and Kalatu is always adding more sets as well. So you can go in here and you can literally choose any different type of set and go in here and choose them. Now, I like the simple set. That's the one that I like. I think that's the one that goes and it defaults. And then you'll be able to choose which icons that you actually want to be shared as well. So maybe you only want Facebook and Twitter. And sure enough, you can only have Facebook and Twitter. You can do it that simple. So once you're done, you close that. Okay, so now you have widgets. Now, widgets is your right side area over here. You click on that one, it opens up, and you have different sections. You have the widget sidebar, which is everything here. YouTube, and then I have recent posts, and then I have a custom image right here. See this? YouTube, recent post, custom image. It's really that simple. If I want to edit anything, I can go and I can use one of these drop-down arrows, and I can actually edit it. In this example, I can change the picture, and I can change the text above it, and I can change where the link goes. It's really cool. It's really that simple. So anytime I want, I can go and I can edit any one of these. Okay, now, that being said, you can actually reorder them as well. You can click reorder, and you can reorder the way they go, and you can add a new one. Adding a new one will open up all these different widgets that you can add. You can add a calendar or categories, or you can add more custom images. You can add recent comments. If you have a lot of comments on your blog, you can have comments show up. You can add an RSS feed. You can add a tag cloud. You can add another YouTube channel. You can really do anything you want and be able to add it really easily. Once you add it, you can customize it. So that's how widgets work in general. Okay, so let's say that I wanted to also control the footers on the left and the center and the right. It would be as simple as going into the left and being able to add a widget just like that on the left and on the center and on the right. Those would then show up down there on the bottom, and that's how I'd add widgets down there. So as you can see, every theme's got widgets, and that's the way that you're going to go ahead and edit those. So moving along, we've got blog title and tagline. Blog title and tagline. So as you can see here, editing this is what edits this up here, and editing the tagline is what edits that underneath it. So you have full control over what those say. You can go ahead and adjust those there with the blog title and tagline. For latest posts, this will show you how many posts that you want to show on the home page. So you can go 3 or 6 or 9, or even show all of them. So maybe you just want 3, or maybe you want 6, or maybe you want 9, or maybe you want all of them. That's exactly how they're going to show right there on your home page. So that's latest posts. Fonts, this is where you're going to be able to choose different fonts. You're able to choose the font that's on your page. There's tons of fonts to choose from. You're going to be able to choose the font that's the title and the font that's the content inside of blog posts. So you can go ahead and go play with these. You can have fun with them. You can go in and choose any type of fonts you want. Your blog will come with default fonts that look pretty good, so you don't need to worry too much about that. But you have control over how your fonts look on any theme in any blog. And then you have general settings. General settings is where you're going to choose a lot of these colors. So you can choose your header background color. You can choose logo type. You can choose the text of your logo. So for example, this right here is actually just text. It kind of looks like a logo because some of it's bold and some of it's not. But I can go and I can choose an image if I want, and I can go in and choose any type of image that I want to, just like this, and be able to choose an image logo up there if I want. So that's really cool, or I can choose to stick with text. So really it gives you the option to be able to have a text logo or an image logo if you want. If you use an image logo, they look a lot better when they're wide. So that's really cool, but you can go ahead and experiment with different types of logos and kind of see how they look. You can choose your logo color here, so you can basically, if you choose like a light background up here, you might want to have a dark logo. You can choose the navigation bar background just right here. So as you can see, this color, these two colors here are what I'm using up on top, and this color here for the background is what I'm using here. So then you have your text color, that's all this text up there. And then you have your title color, that's right here. Your subtitle color, that's right here. And that controls all of that. Now you can have a background image if you want. You'll notice I have this black one in here, but you can go ahead and you could even remove that if you wanted no background image. So you can have a background image, or you can just let it default to white just like that. Your post background color, the same. Your link color, this is the color, and your link cover color. Now these are the colors of the links. You'll notice here, I've got it set to blue, and when I mouse over it, it's purple. So you have full control over those if you want. You can make those anything that you want. You can make them any colors, anything. So again, you have full control over all of your site and over everything. Now this favicon right here, it'll default to this Kalatu K, but you can also do that. And that's what people are going to see up on the top of their screen in their browser. And you can go ahead and you can adjust that favicon. So just like that, you'll notice that's how much control you have. You'll see I just changed to red, and it says red right here when I mouse over it. You've got control. Go ahead and fully customize your blog using all of these settings, and when you're done, you simply click Save and Publish, and that's that. And then your blog is ready to go. Whatever changes you've made, whatever. You notice I erased the background, that's already there. You'll notice I made my links blue with red, that's already there. It's really that simple. So go in and make your changes and customize your blogs using these customizations. Now, what I'm going to show you real quick is what it looks like when you change your themes. So if I go over to Themes, and let's say that I choose Theme 1, and if I activate Theme 1 and then go to Customize Theme 1, all of these settings are all the same, okay? But you'll notice usually there's a couple different things per theme. For example, you'll notice Homepage Header right here. Now this homepage header, it allows me to go in and control this image back here to be anything I want and have it link anywhere that I want it to link. So that's very specific to Theme 1 right here. Okay, so that's an example of something that's different per theme, so you want to keep your eye out for those. And you might notice some other things that are different per theme too. Everything's a little bit different. This picture right here is controlled from my social card. So if I want...
And that's part 1 of theme settings. I'm getting ready to show you part 2.